Did you know that a team is a reflection of its leadership? The beauty is that leadership is a skill that can be mastered, and that is why I'm inviting you to join me in this conversation as we discuss the reason as to why we strongly believe that a team is indeed a reflection of its leadership. I am glad to be joined by Godfrey, who is a leadership coach, and he will be able to share his insights in this subject. Thank you, Godfrey, for joining.
Happy to be here, Mary.
I don't know whether you agree that indeed a team is a reflection of its leadership.
101%.
Interesting.
Yes.
Before we even dive into it, what does it mean when you say as a leader, you need to walk the talk?
Thanks, Mary. Any manager, any leader watching us today, just know that whatever you do, the team is quite observant. They learn by seeing you do it, whatever you do. Just like children, they will mimic how you do it. They will say it the way you say it. They will pronounce it the way they see you pronouncing it. And that is why we say, if the team is derailing or deviating from the norm, you've allowed it. Yes.
Great. So how can leaders then model their behaviors or even the values that they expect from their teams?
Yeah, sure. This is, as you said at the beginning, this is a skill that any manager, any leader can intentionally mold the manner in which they want the team to behave. So number one is that realize as a leader or as a manager that you are leading by example. Whether you intend or you don't, it's already happening. So be very intentional to lead by example and model well. Secondly is consistency. You as a manager or as a leader, are you consistent? Do you mean what you say and you say what you mean? Do you wake up and change plans without notice, without even acknowledging the inconvenience caused to the team members? So be consistent, even in terms of behavior, in terms of how you communicate. Learn to regulate yourself, either in terms of communication or how you treat the team. Third is the way you communicate. I've mentioned, be open and direct. Be respectful in your communication, in your tone. Learn to welcome feedback, because if you don't, then they will also not take your feedback. Something else about feedback is most of the times managers only give negative feedback. That's the time they remember that I need to tell you that you've not met expectations, you've not performed as I wanted. So any leader who wants to cultivate a positive culture within the team, learn to give positive reinforcement, appreciating the work that has been done. If it is possible for you to reward, if possible, so be it. Doesn't have to be monetary. Look at other better ways that are not going to involve any money. And lastly, the tip I would want to share last is as a leader, commit yourself to the growth of the team. Don't just be always looking for work results. They are human beings. As a leader, treat people like the human beings. So commit yourself to their growth. Take it upon yourself that this is your responsibility. Own it. Yes.
Great. So as a leadership coach, and maybe this is with regards to the leadership style and feedback mechanisms, can you share insights on how a leader's communication style and feedback mechanism can help to shape the team's dynamics or collaboration?
Exactly. So when you're giving feedback or when you're communicating to the team, as the one in charge of that team, check on your tone and your choice of words. For example, when you start with you have not done what I assigned you to do. Already by you starting by pointing the finger you, or starting by their name. Mary, I expected you to send me this. Mary, you've not done that. Already that prompts defense. People will now start to, how do they counter that because they see it like an attack, an accusation. So most of the times, I have always encouraged people in my sessions that start with yourself. I have noticed that, Mary, you're not doing 1, 2, 3. Of course, it brings in the element of being very objective. I'm not subjective. I'm just bringing this to your attention that this is missing, because the struggle during feedback is ownership and accountability. You're giving someone feedback and they don't care, because people don't just fail to perform, because as I said, people focus on, managers focus on giving feedback that is normally negative.
Yeah.
So if an employee is underperforming, most of the times either they don't know what is to be done, or they need support. They require to be supported. So there are different approaches to giving feedback. What I've seen work, perhaps what I can share now is, when you've begun with I have noticed, Mary, that you're not doing 1, 2, 3. Obvious at this point, Mary, it settles in her that I have failed on my part. I ought to have done 1, 2, 3. Tell them the consequences of them not doing what you expected, or whatever behavior you have seen. By so doing, at this point, obvious, they are looking at, oh, so it is this serious, it's this to this extent, to this magnitude. Ask them what they think. You could be wrong, they could be maybe having a different approach. Do they own it? Again, it's a chance for you to evaluate. Are they embracing the way you would want things to happen? Are they on? Because if they don't, it doesn't matter how much you talk to them. They will not action. And of course, whatever they will tell you, always come with actionable suggestions to guide them in terms of the way forward. And always remember to commit to action with the team. So as we said at the start, that leadership is a skill that can be learned, and someone can get good at it, meaning you can mold the kind of behavior you want to see in the team. So any manager watching us, go and evaluate the team, how they action. If they are underperforming, that is you. If they don't talk well to clients, that is you. If they don't respond to emails, that is you. Yes.
I fully agree with you, because leadership is about influence, motivating, inspiring. So indeed the team is learning and adopting a lot from you as the leader.
Exactly. They say monkey see, monkey do.
Oh yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing. So indeed, when it comes to leadership, it is the beauty, as I mentioned at the start, is that it is a skill and you can be able to master. And as Godfrey has echoed, we do have a very robust program where we get to empower you to be very effective in your leadership capacity, whether it's at supervisory level, at management level, or even at C-suite level. We encourage you to reach out to us on the link below, and we'll be glad to guide you on how to join the so many other professionals who have already signed up for our upcoming cohorts. And we are also able to customize this training to suit your needs, specifically for your organization. And that is why we encourage you still to reach out to us. Thank you so much for watching this video, and see you in the next one.